Hi everyone, welcome back. So this class is going to be just a quick little ab series with the ball. So the ball is going to be there to just help kind of get deeper into those abdominal muscles. We're going to use it at various places as far as where it's going to be at behind our back, behind our sacrum, seated, laying down. So just a fun way to kind of change things up. So you don't have to constantly be doing these crunches or that crunch type position all the time. So it's a great way to kind of keep the body guessing and work the abdominals a little bit differently. So with that, let's get started. We're going to start laying down. And just place your feet hip width apart and go ahead and lift your hips and place the ball right under your sacrum. So your sacrum is kind of, I always like to say, somewhere where you can imagine your spine and your tailbone meeting. So just make sure it's not under the lumbar. It's lower than that. Okay? And then just relax your hands down by your sides, palms up towards the ceiling to, again, help ensure that those shoulders are open. Really try to relax your neck and shoulders here. We still want to do our best to maintain a neutral spine, so don't, unless you absolutely have to, unless you're feeling any lower back discomfort, don't go into that tuck. Okay, so remember, it's all about scooping up those lower abdominals. So take an inhale, exhale. Bring one leg up to tabletop, really working those abdominals on the lower part of the core. Inhale. Exhale, scoop out the lower abdominals, other leg comes up. Now, little challenge here. So we're adding an unstable surface, which is what makes our abdominals work here. So for this, some of you might be over tensing in your shoulders and using your neck to try to stabilize instead of those abdominals. So here's a way to test that. Bring one arm up towards the ceiling. See if that really changes how stable you feel. And then try bringing the other one up. Are you falling off that ball? If you are, you're probably gripping in all the wrong places. And that's where you really want to, again, focus on those lower abdominals. Now, if you are able to, you can keep those arms up, but only do so if you're actually stable. If you're all over the place, bring your hands down. And if anything, you can bend your elbows and place your hands on your belly to help add a little challenge, but just try not to press those elbows too much into the mat. Think about using the abdominals. So there's different ways to modify. From here, we're just going to go into those toe taps. Inhale, tap, exhale, up. Inhale, tap, exhale, up. So just alternating sides here. And again, really trying to focus on that pelvic stability, which happens by scooping out those lower abdominal muscles here. If your arms, regardless, if your arms are up or down by your sides, broaden through the collarbone. Find that neutral position with the scapula, meaning that your shoulder blades are nice and flat on the mat, that they're not rolling up off of it, and that those shoulders aren't elevating up into the ears. Let's do one more each side. Inhale and exhale, hold, keeping that those lower abdominals scooped up. We're going to extend the leg out as we exhale. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale and inhale. Really, again, it's all about those lower abdominals here. Try not to tense up the back. Trying our best to, again, maintain that neutral position with the spine, that you're not over tucking that tailbone and jamming that lower back closer to the mat or closer to the ball. We want to maintain that neutral position. For 4, and in. 3, and in. 2, last one. Both knees in tabletop. Extend those legs up towards the ceiling, trying to lengthen as much as you can. And we're going to go into alternating here. Inhale, extend down. Exhale, scoop the abdominals to lift that leg back up. Inhale, down. And exhale, up. Relax your neck and shoulders here. Remember, you can bring those hands back to your sides if you need extra help to stabilize, okay? Recognize where you are. There's nothing wrong with, learning and then progressing here instead of trying to do the hardest version of it first. You're not going to get very far, and if anything, you're just going to be tensing up muscles that we really don't want to be working here. Let's do one more each side. Inhale and exhale up. Hold those legs up. Now, we're going to do both at the same time. Now, the key with this, and really important, regardless if you've got the ball under your sacrum or not, I'm sure a lot of you have done the leg lower and lifts, but there's an important way to do it. So the back of your ribs should be making contact with the mat right now. You want them to stay in that position. So don't go so low with the legs that all of a sudden you start to feel the rib cage pop and you start to feel stuff in your lower back. If you feel anything in your lower back, you've gone too far. So you're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale. Start to slowly come down as far as you feel you can. Whoop, I'm starting to lose that stability there, and bring it back up. And exhale. And inhale, keep those lower abdominals scooping up and in. So for some of you at home, maybe you just go down 12 inches and up 12 inches. And that's a great place to start. And maybe that's where you're at right now. And maybe that's where you'll be for a long time. And that's okay. Listen to your body. Remember, it's not a one size fits all. And exhale. And inhale. Let's do 2 more. And exhale. And inhale. Try not to let that belly pop. And exhale. And inhale up. Good. Bend those knees back to tabletop. Place those feet down on the mat. Lift the hips and remove the ball. From here, we're going to place the ball in a different position, placing it behind the shoulder blades here. Okay? So, go ahead and bring your hand, or interlace your fingers and bring your hands behind your head so that it's you're cradling your head in the hand. So push the head into the hand so that the neck isn't working at all here. Now extend your legs out, press through the heels, draw the toes up towards the face. Okay. From here, you're just going to inhale, extend over the ball. It's the spine that's coming over, not lifting the head. Exhale, slide the ribs down to meet the hips as you crunch up. And inhale back. And exhale, slide the ribs down as you crunch up. Really try to get that full range of motion here if you can. Again, we're pressing through the heels. We're drawing the kneecaps up towards the heart so you feel those quads are nice and strong. For 4, and up. For 3, and up. For 2, and up. Last one. Exhale, hold it up here. Head is heavy in the hands. You're just going to keep that upper body where it is. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bring one leg up. Oops, excuse me. We're going to actually bring that leg, just pull it in towards your butt and take an inhale. Exhale, other leg comes up. I was getting ahead of myself. Take another inhale. Exhale, bring one leg up to tabletop, and inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, other side. So pay attention to your pelvis. Are you shifting weight from side to side as you lift and lower? Okay, if you are, you're not stabilizing. You're not scooping out in those lower abdominals here. Make sure that the abdominals are working to hold that upper body up. Head is heavy in the hands. For 4, and down. And 3, 2, and 1. Hold that leg up in tabletop. Take another inhale. Exhale, other leg comes up. We're progressing here. We're going into our toe taps. Inhale, tap. Exhale, scoop and lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, scoop and lift. Continue here. That upper body is staying where it's at. Again, don't make the neck do the work here. Abs, abs, abs. For 3, and up. 2, and up. 1, and up. Hold it here. You're going to grab your right shin, extend your left leg out, hovering maybe 6 inches off the mat. And you're really going to pull that knee in towards the chest. Maybe bring that upper body up a little bit more. And we switch. And switch. And switch. Good. Really getting that knee, pulling it in towards the chest for that single leg stretch. For 4, and 3, 2, we're going to add on. Last one, hold. Bring those hands behind the head. We're going to go into bicycle, opposite shoulder to knee. So we're adding a little oblique twist. And switch, and switch. For 8, and 7, pull that tummy in. Don't forget, those lower abdominals are scooping. Last 4, and 3, 2, Last one, both knees in tabletop. Bring those hands down towards the hips. Arms are straight and long. Put energy into those fingertips. Broaden through the collarbone. We're going into the 100. Begin pumping those arms like you're bouncing 2 tennis balls. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. In. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Option here, if you feel you're able, you can extend those legs out and take the full version here. Breathe in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Breathe in and exhale. 1 more. Breathe in and exhale. Hold. Can you crunch up a 1/2 inch further? Bend those knees. Release the feet down. And if you'd like, you can just release over that ball. Let that rib cage pop. Take a nice long bodied stretch here. Excellent. We've got one more position. We're going to put that ball in. And then grab behind your knee if you'd like and pull yourself up to a seated position. And start by sitting up on those sit bones. So the bony part of the butt is what we want. And then you're just going to wedge that ball under your tailbone and the mat. So you want it so that it's not just going to easily be pulled away. It's just wedged in there. You're not sitting on it per se. But again, you've wedged it between the tailbone and the mat. Now, sit up super tall here. Use those back extensors to really lengthen the spine. Invisible string from the tailbone coming out the top of the head. If you have a mirror here, I highly recommend using it. Check your posture, because a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm sitting up tall, and they're in this position. All right, sit up on those sit bones, shoulders directly over the hips. Sit up a little taller, pull that tummy in. From here, we're just gonna go into a little pelvic tuck. So upper body stays where it is. You're just gonna exhale, use those lower abdominals to tuck the pelvis under, and inhale back up to those sit bones. Exhale, we roll behind the sit bones, and inhale, we roll on top the sit bones. Exhale behind, inhale up. So notice my upper body isn't leaning back and forth. That's something else we're gonna be doing, but it's just that little tuck. It's very subtle here. It's all about that control. Exhale, tuck, and you've gotta pull up and in with those lower abdominals to find that little mini tuck. Exhale, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. For 5, and up. Really isolate those lower abdominals, and up. For 3, sit up taller, and 2. Last one, hold the tuck here. Now this time, go ahead and imagine you're in a lazy boy recliner and you're reclining back, you're kicking back, head comes with you, so don't strain the neck with your chin leading forward. Keep it centered over the spine. Arms are out in front. Now that ball wants to push the belly forward. This is where our abdominals come into play. We don't want to train our gut to stick out, so we've got to pull up and in here to prevent that pooch. All right, from here, exhale, pulse back into the ball. Pulse and pulse. So it's just kind of a little extra hinge in the hips to create the pulse. Again, the head is over the spine and not leading in front of. If you're feeling any strain in the neck, maybe bring your head back a little bit more. For 8 and 7 and 6, pull in a little bit more. For 4 and 3, we're going to add a little twist, and 1, twisting to the side. Look at your elbow now, and center, and twist, and center. Now look at your knees. Okay, your knees should be even with one another as you twist. So it's your rib cage that's kind of twisting around the spine. Now if you notice that your knees are shifting as you twist, it's your hips that are also shifting, and that's not what we want. We want to get deep into those obliques on the transverse plane here, twisting. So don't let those knees shift. Ground down in those sit bones on either side. For 4 and center, 3 and center, 2 and center. Last one, hold it here and release all the way back over the ball. And again, take that nice long stretch, pointing through those fingers and the toes. Let that rib cage pop. Whew. And if the ball is uncomfortable in your lower back, you can always get rid of it, but it just kind of helps, again, to lengthen out the front of the body and stretch out those abdominals. And when you're ready, you can roll onto your side and press yourself up to a seated position. And guess what? That's it. So again, just kind of a fun way to incorporate the ball into different areas, kind of essentially on your spine. We sat on the sacrum. I should say laid down and placed it under the sacrum. We placed it under the thoracic spine, right under those shoulder blades. And then we also sat up and wedged it kind of right behind the sacrum. So different ways to play with it. Super fun way to, again, mix things up. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that belly is burning. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.